The money in your bank is not real cash. It is just a number on a screen. If everyone tried to take their money out tomorrow, the banks would run dry in hours. There is not enough cash for all. This is not a mistake. This is how the system is built. It is called fractional reserve banking. It lets banks make money from nothing. It powers debt all over the world. It causes prices to rise. It creates a fake feeling of being rich. Once you see the trick, you cannot unsee it. Money today is built on promises that can never all be kept. Let us go back to the start. Long ago, money was gold or silver coins. Rich people kept coins in strong boxes. Carrying heavy gold was risky, so they gave gold to goldsmiths, who had big safes. The goldsmith gave a paper receipt. The receipt said, "Bring this paper, get your gold back." Soon people traded the paper instead of gold. Paper was light and easy. The gold stayed in the safe. Here is where the trick began. Goldsmiths saw a pattern. Only a few people came for gold each day. If 100 people stored gold, maybe 2 asked for it back. Most gold just sat there. So goldsmiths got smart. They printed extra receipts. They had 1,000 coins in the safe. They printed 2,000 receipts. They lent the extra receipts to others. They charged interest on the loan. They made profit on gold that was not theirs. As long as not everyone came at once, no one knew. This was money made from air. People accepted paper as good as gold. Money was no longer tied to real metal. Banks grew from this idea. By the 1600s, governments loved the trick. England fought many wars. The king needed cash fast. In 1694, the Bank of England opened. It was not for the people. It was to lend to the king. The bank gave more money than it had in gold. The king paid interest. The interest came from taxes on normal people. The king spent today. People paid tomorrow. This is still how governments borrow. America did the same. Early banks printed paper notes. Notes said, "Give this, get gold." Banks printed more notes than gold. Sometimes people panicked. They ran to the bank for gold. The gold was gone. Banks closed overnight. People lost everything. Instead of stopping the trick, leaders made it stronger. They built central banks. Central banks promised to help. They said, "Trust us, the money is safe." Now let us look at today. You put $100 in the bank. You think it sits in your name. The bank keeps only a tiny part. Years ago, it kept $10. It lent $90 out. The borrower spent the 90. It went to another bank. That bank kept 9. It lent 81. This went on and on. Your 100 became almost 1,000 in the system. Only $10 was real cash. The rest was debt. Every new dollar was a loan. Someone had to pay it back plus interest. This is old news. Today, it is wilder. In America, since 2020, banks keep zero reserves. No cash needed for your deposit. Banks can lend every dollar you give them. What stops them from lending forever? Not reserves. New rules from Basel. Basel is a city in Switzerland. Central bankers meet there. They are not elected. They write rules for all big banks. The rules say, keep enough of your own money. This is called capital. If you lend 100 on a risky loan, keep 8 of your own money ready. If the loan goes bad, you lose your 8, not the depositors. Banks also need liquid assets, cash or government bonds they can sell fast. These rules are meant to keep banks safe. But look closer. Banks do not wait for deposits to lend. They lend first. You want a house loan. Bank types the money into your account. New money is born. You promise to pay back. Then the bank checks its capital. Over 90% of money today is bank money. Not cash, not central bank money, just numbers from loans. This system has 3 big effects. First, inflation. Too much new money chases the same goods. Prices go up. Your dollar buys less each year. Second, endless debt. Money is born as a loan. There is always more debt than money. Interest makes it worse. Someone must borrow more to pay. Third, power to a few. Banks earn interest on fake money. Governments borrow without big taxes. Rich people own houses and stocks. Cheap loans push prices higher. Workers get raises that do not keep up. When the system shakes, we see the truth. 1929 stock crash. Banks lent too much. People ran for cash. Thousands of banks failed. 2008 house crash. Banks made too many home loans. They bundled the loans. They sold the bundles. When people stopped paying, the bundles turned bad. Banks almost fell. Governments gave trillions to save them. They made new money. They saved the trick. People lost homes. Banks kept going. This is global now. America has zero reserves. Europe has zero or tiny. Canada, UK, Australia, same. China keeps 10 or 20%. India keeps 4%. But all follow Basel capital rules. The leash is not cash. It is paper rules from Switzerland. The system needs you in debt. If everyone paid all loans tomorrow, money would vanish. Banks would have nothing to lend. Shops would close. Jobs would disappear. You are the fuel. Your loan keeps the system alive. History repeats the warning. Goldsmiths in old Europe. Bank runs in 1800s America. Depression in 1930s. Crisis in 2008. Each time, trust broke. Each time, leaders patched the illusion. What does this mean for you? Money on screen is not wealth. Real wealth is land. Real wealth is skills. Real wealth is food you grow. Real wealth is tools you own. Debt is not your friend. It is the system's blood. Inflation is not bad luck. It is built in. Every year you must earn more to stay even. Cash in the bank loses value. Blind trust keeps you trapped. Build wealth outside the game. Own things that last. Learn to fix, make, grow. Pay off loans fast. Keep some cash at home. Own a little gold. Own a little silver. Try some Bitcoin. Not all eggs in one basket. Vote for better rules. Ask for higher bank capital. Ask to split safe banks from risky banks. Glass-Steagall law did this once. Bring it back. Teach your kids. Show them the trick. The more who see, the harder to fool. This is not the end of the world. It is a wake-up call. The system can work if watched, but it works best for banks and governments. You must protect yourself. Next time you check your balance, remember, most of it is a promise born from debt, a promise that needs new debt to live. See the trick. Step outside when you can. Save real things, owe less. Live free. History rhymes. Goldsmiths became billion-dollar banks. Paper became digits. The trick is the same. Confidence is the glue. When confidence cracks, the game stops. Digital runs happen in seconds. Apps freeze. Cards stop. Governments close banks for holidays. It has happened. It will happen. Be ready. Understand first. Act second. Share this with one person. Explain over dinner. Ask your bank a hard question. Why zero reserves? Why do you pay me nothing on savings? Demand a system for people, not just for balance sheets. Money is a story we believe. Fractional banking is the twist. Write your own ending. Start with truth. End with freedom. If this changed how you see money, tell someone. History holds the map. Follow it.